get closer to God, man.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. What about yourself,
Yeah,
Yahya?
so my sort of morals is like Deen is always first. Football, this dunya is always secondary. So I would say maintaining that, and especially through hard periods of like injury. So making that, going to the mosque, yeah, it's definitely crucial just to keep your faith and keep you keep you focused. So yeah, I definitely
Alhamdulillah.
say it plays a big role in that.
Allahumma barik, man.
Yeah.
Hey, people need to stop saying there's that cold palmer. Hey, brother,
Yeah, innit? I'm
relax
saying back.
yourself, bro.
Yeah,
Well, you're
yeah,
not bland. You want what? You want to wear my glasses or something?
yeah.
Seriously.
Cold palm,
Alhamdulillah
man.
now. Wallah, it's good as well. So, barakallahu feekum. What advice would you give to upcoming Muslim footballers? Especially now you're deep involved, you're in your prime. Allahumma barik. You're on the verge of, inshallah wa ta'ala, playing for the first team. And what advice would you give for upcoming Muslim footballers?
Like I said before, always make sure God comes first,
Okay.
and then choose the right path. Whatever you do, when you're young, when you're a kid, make sure you try everything you try, because when you get older, it comes more like a strict football. But when you're a kid, I think you should try everything you do, skills, everything, and then rely on God, everything. Listen to your parents as well, because your parents will give you good advices. And yeah, follow the religion, man.
Alhamdulillah. What about yourself, Yahya? MashaAllah. Hey, Yahya, stop eating them dates, bro.
Bro, they're
I
banging,
know,
bro.
Akhi, I know.
Munching on the dates.
Akhi, you know how tempted I am right now, but I don't want to eat on camera, bro. I just need, God.
I can't eat,
No.
man. I've got my Invisaligners in.
Oh,
So,
sorry, big
no,
man.
just
Allahumma
saying.
barik.
I would have had them as well, man.
No, calm. No, definitely. Allahumma barik. What about yourself, Yahya?
Yeah, no, I would say always have sabr, patience, and always don't watch others, just focus on yourself. Everyone's time is different. So if someone's doing well now, everyone gets their time. Everyone develops at different stages. I would also say listen to people that are trying to help you, like your parents, your brothers, your family, your friends. And yeah, I would say have a good friendship group. Don't have unnecessary friends which are bad influence. So many of my old friends or whatever I used to play with, they used to go, like from trick on the dates, man.
Hey, brother, just drink some of that coke, Akhi.
Yeah,
Drink some of that coke, Akhi.
yeah, no, yeah. So they used to get like into the wrong things, but having a good friendship group around you keeps you focused, and yeah, that's what I'll say.
Allahumma barik. Allahumma barik. That's very good to hear, man. Subhanallah. Wallahi. Imagine I got a tour coming up, and it's called The Last Ramadan. And one of the reasons why we named it The Last Ramadan, because we don't know if we're promised another Ramadan. And I always say to people, when the Ramadan comes up, always try to do your very best at what you can, because you don't know if you're going to see another Ramadan. We just came back from a tour in Canada. We actually saw people passing away. And Sak, now, how do you balance football and your faith in Ramadan?
The hardest bit, I'd probably say, because training are always intense, and this is where you get tested really from God. This is where you get tested, and you going through that for a whole month, getting closer to Allah. Allah will always reward you at the end of it. And for the whole year, I think this is how I think about it. If I go through that month, coming close to Allah and doing everything for Allah, obviously, I think throughout the whole year, Allah will look after me. That doesn't mean I don't have to keep with Allah throughout the whole year. Yes, I do, but that month especially, you need to get as close as you can to God. Not sleeping like most people do. Throughout the half of the day, they'll sleep, then they'll wake up, and then it's already Maghrib. Waking up early, obviously reading Quran, then going training, then following the whole routine. Alhamdulillah, that would help a lot. So yeah, man.
Alhamdulillah. What about yourself, Yahya? How do you
Yeah, I
balance
would say
football?
as a footballer, I would say like we have to still maintain so we still have to work in it. So we still have to train, we still have to play games. So I think it is a big test, but I feel like as well that Allah gives us the strength, and sometimes it can be easier. So sometimes I feel like I adapt, my body adapts well, so I have energy, I feel lighter,
Alhamdulillah.
and yeah, alhamdulillah. So yeah, just having strong faith, I think will always help you. So eating and drinking
Boy,
is like it's minor. So
Alhamdulillah. So
yeah, alhamdulillah.
what's now that you're on that topic, Akhi, yeah, I'm gonna ask you this time, Yahya, first. What's
Yeah.
your favorite thing about Ramadan?
My favorite thing about Ramadan, I feel like it's just getting together as a family, speaking about Deen, getting closer to the religion, sharing iftars, going Tarawih with your friends and family. Just getting together, I think talking about Deen just gets you closer to the religion. So that's what I'll say.
Alhamdulillah. What about yourself, Amir?
Same, he said a lot of things that I would want to say, but I'd say obviously getting together to come masjid and then reading Quran there, spending more time closer to God. I'd probably say that. And yeah, family, being with the family, waking up for food with the family and everything is good, man.
Nah, man. Alhamdulillah, Akhi. So, Allahumma barik. Obviously, look, we all have role models, Akhi. Who was, obviously, I don't want to take up too much of your time, wallahi, but I just want to ask a few more questions because this is the opportunity that I've got, and this is the opportunity my followers and your followers have to gain some inspiring words from you guys. But I was going to say to you, who was, like, in the football sector, who was your role model that you looked up to and wanted to be like them, or wanted to one day, inshallah ta'ala, you play with them? Like, who was your role model?
Go on, Yahya.
I'll say there's a couple. I think I look up to Benzema
Okay.
and Kante. Kante is very humble. He's very steadfast. You can see like the nia in his face. Do you know what I mean? So he looks, yeah, he's a very nice guy. And I also met him as well, trained with him, and yeah, he's a good person. That's what I can say.
Allahumma barik, Allahumma barik.
Yeah,
MashaAllah. It's very, bro, some strong both characters, bro. Allahumma
yeah,
barik.
Yeah.
What about yourself, Amir?
You know what, bro? To be honest, I don't really have a Muslim footballer that I look up to. There are a lot of Muslim football players that set a good example for Muslim, and not just Muslims, bro, but for the whole world,
Nah.
man. But to be honest, like I'd want to be the person, inshallah, in the future, for those being a role model for those younger kids, not just Muslim kids, like I said, the whole world to be looking up to me, inshallah. Not just me, all the Muslim players that are there. Make sure they like setting a good example for the younger lads. That's all, man.
MashaAllah. So you both picked someone. Obviously, you picked yourself, Amir, which is rightfully so, Akhi. Allahumma barik.
Not
Yourself,
to say, brother, that there isn't. There's a
No,
lot
no,
of, like he
of
said,
course.
Kante is the most humblest guy.
Facts.
But
No, facts.
yeah, there's a lot
I
of
think
footballers, man.
I think you can look at other players as well, like players who use their platform for good. So let's say Al Neni, for example, he shares a page of the Quran every single day on his story, and he's been doing it for like 65 days now or something. I think he's a good example for people to look up to if they want to see a role model in terms of like a football player. And there's a few more that are consistently sharing dawah on their pages, and they're using their platform for good. So I think we can look up to them as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Allahumma barik. Okay, so now you both mentioned people. Who's your role model off the pitch?
off the pitch.
Come on.
Come on, it's gotta be you, Akhi.
Yeah,
Mashallah.
Allah bless
That's a very good answer, man. That's a very good
I
answer.
appreciate you, Akhi. May Allah, as the dua of Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us better than what people think of us, Akhi. Allahumma ameen, Akhi. You know, we try our best to do what we can. What about yourself, Akhi? Hey, Yahya, don't take me as a role model, bro. They don't even listen to me.
No.
Right,
That
brother.
was a really good answer, bro. I would have said that. But do you know what? For me, I'd probably say my older brother.
Allah.
Alhamdulillah, he's a very good example for me, man. Whatever I do, if I do something wrong, bro, he will tell me that I did it wrong, and I make sure that I don't make that same mistake again. So alhamdulillah, my family is probably the role model. Like being a role model is for me, man. My
My
brother, my
boys,
older brother. So
my
yeah,
boys, wallahi, wallahi, I don't think you understand. I appreciate your time and I appreciate how much effort you've put into this live, and especially some of the stuff that you've mentioned. I think I'm going to adapt it into myself and my little world of away from being far from a footballer. You understand where I'm coming from? And I feel like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala uses every subhanahu wa ta'ala. What's the last advice you can give us with? You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Amir, how old are you?
say again, bro.
How old are you? I
16.
said, Allahumma barak. What about yourself, Yahya?
17.
Ayman. So you know what? We let Yahya
Yeah.
go first on this one, yeah? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we let Yahya go on this
Go
one
on, man.
because he's 1 year older than you.
Any
So come,
advice?
one last advice. Coming from your heart, like
Yeah.
genuine. What would you give to the people, regardless if they love football, they don't love football, regardless if it's any sport? Let it come from
Yeah.
your heart, inshallah wa ta'ala.
Genuine advice, I think, from a perspective of Deen, I feel like people are scared to be faithful and to start practicing when they think they're doing bad and they think they're doing sins. But I feel like anyone that's like trying to get involved, trying to pray is better than the basically, as you say, the worst the worst Muslim is better than the best non-Muslim, as you say. So that's the yeah, just trying to start and trying to get that salah and try to make that to Allah, and yeah, that's what I'll say.
My boy, Jazakallah khair. What about you, Amir?
Yeah. Do you
Final
know what?
word.
I probably say choose your own path and follow that path. And if you don't enjoy being in that path that you are environment, find something better that you can do to find yourself the best you can be.
Yeah.
So from the religious side, obviously, get to know the religion better. Even myself now, I'm getting to know the religion every day. There's always something to get to know. Even listening to you, even every time on TikTok, your video comes up, man, and it gives me a lot of like. Sometimes I get like goosebumps watching your videos, man. So alhamdulillah, even watching, following on Instagram, following on TikTok, people like Ayman and like watching the videos is very good, man. They give you a lot of advices, and yeah. So I'll probably say that, man.
I appreciate you both. Wallahi, Jazakallah khair. First and foremost, wallahi, this, for those of you that don't know, for those of you that do know, I'm nothing but your brother. I'm not someone to take your Islamic knowledge from. Alhamdulillah, I've been studying for the past year, and it's just increasing in knowledge is upon every single one of us as a Muslim. Increasing knowledge is what is making you realize who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is your purpose. Why was you placed on earth, and so on and so forth. And I feel like we lack that, and we actually underestimate the power of the Quran. We underestimate what it could do for us. It's a form of shifa, it's a form of protection, and it's a form of way of life at the end of the day. And I always recommend for every single one of you here, especially you young brothers, 16, 17 years old, the fact that you've come on this platform and shared, because what are our 16 and 17-year-olds doing today? Dancing on TikTok, making haram videos, listening to music publicly and openly. But you guys are focused, you guys are consistent, you guys, and what does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, is the small things that you do that is consistent, that are most beloved to Allah. And you both are doing exactly just that. You are not losing your faith while trying to chase your dreams. You see, some people feel like, you know what, just because you start practicing the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it means you have to put your goals aside, you have to put your success aside. No, it doesn't. You always prioritize the deen of Allah, and Allah opens up doors for you. Look at the situation you're in today, bro. You got people that are older than you looking up to you guys. You got 20, 22 years old looking up to Yahya, looking up to Amir. Why? Because They see how consistent you are. They see how much effort you're putting into the religion first, and then your football. And that's what it means. That's what it means as a. This advice from your older brother, bro. Never ever underestimate the power of dua and what dua could do for you. Wallahi, it's a weapon to the believers, and we underestimate this. And no matter what you're going through, make Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala your only friend. Only friend. Everyone else will come and go, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will never leave your side, regardless of how many times you've disobeyed Him, no matter how many times you've neglected the salah, you've delayed your salah, and so on. Allah remained in the same spot that you left Him. So always remember to come back to Him, and I'm so glad that I've had the opportunity to speak to you guys, and I know I've spoken to you guys individually, but for you guys to come on this platform and share what a 16 and a 17-year-old are going through in today's day and age, like, it's you guys that motivate us, the ones that are older than you, the ones that are lacking the deen, the ones that are neglecting the deen. It's people like you, because you are the future. You are the ones that's going to shape, inshallah ta'ala, by bringing so many people to the deen of Allah. And we love you. And wallahi, and as Muslims, we should support you. No matter what you do, we're there to support you. We're there to love you and care for you to our best of our abilities. You know what I'm saying, my brothers, man? Allah, I appreciate both of you. But don't forget to get your dates, yeah?
Yeah.
Allah,
Yeah.
and don't drink too much coke, yeah? By the way, don't drink too much of this coke during
I
Ramadan.
thought it was healthy.
Yeah, bro.
I thought it was healthy. I thought it was healthy.
No, added sugar. Allahumma barik. But they've replaced the sugar with the dates. Obviously, it doesn't taste like date, but they replaced the sugar with the date. And Allahumma barik, akhi. Wallahi, when you're drinking this straight out of the fridge, it's game over.
Banging.
You know what I'm saying? It's over, like you're over. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Amir, I'm going to reach out to you. I'm going to reach out to Yahya as well. I know I've got some hoodies for you guys as well. So, Amir, I'm due to come to Manchester soon, so don't worry, man.
Inshallah, come on. I'm here anytime. Anytime, bro. My family will be here.
Alhamdulillah. Ibrahim, would you like to say anything?
Just Jazakallah to all three of you for taking your time out this evening. Obviously, it's a weekday, and people have things to do. So, yeah, Jazakallah for taking your time out, speaking on the page, and giving the followers something to watch, something to look at, something to take advice from.
Yeah, we appreciate you. We appreciate you, and we appreciate what you do. Allahumma barik. We love you as well, akhi. So keep your head up. My brothers, it's been an absolute pleasure. Inshallah ta'ala, maybe we could do something during the month of Ramadan, maybe to start it off and just encourage the youngsters, especially from a 16 and 17-year-old, encourage them and motivate them to do good habits during the month of Ramadan. Barakallahu feekum. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.